Hey guys, Mr. Bruss here with Mrs. Kindorf. We are going to show you guys another activity you can play at home for our winners segment here. Our game today is going to be a place value and addition multiplication game. So it's a really fun game that we want to show you, and this game is great for all ages because we'll show you how we can kind of modify our game from all the way from our kindergarten up to our older elementary kids here. So our first way we're going to play this game is with addition, and our game is going to use cards. So we have already gone through our deck of cards and we've taken out all of our face cards. So we don't need the jack, the queen, or the king in it. Make sure you take out jokers too if those are in there. And we are using our cards ace through 10. In our game here, our 10 is going to be a 0 though. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to set up our board. Now you can do this on a piece of paper. We have a whiteboard table that works very nice for us, but paper works as well. We're going to draw 3 boxes in a row. And then we're going to draw 3 more boxes above that. And this is going to become our addition problem. So our goal of this game is to get the largest sum, or the largest answer to our problem. That's who's going to be the winner of our game. So what we are going to do is we're going to take turns drawing a card and putting it in one of our open boxes. Now it's really important is when you draw a card and place it down, we cannot move that card again. So you got to think about where you're going to put your card to make the largest answer you can. Ms. Kindorf, I'll let you draw first.
All right. An 8, pretty big number. I think I am going to put that in the hundreds place.
Good choice.
Thanks.
I've got a 10, but remember our 10s are zeros in this game, so I'm going to put it in the ones column.
Ooh.
Another
I'm
big
getting all
number.
these big numbers. When we practiced, I was not getting big numbers. 9, and I'm going to put it in my hundreds place.
I've got a 6. It doesn't matter if I fill my top number or my bottom number first, so I'm going to go put it in the bottom number in the 10s place.
10, which is 0, so I'm going to put that in my ones place.
I've got another 6, so I'm hoping for larger numbers here, so I'm going to put that in my 10s column as well.
Ace is 1. Put that in my ones column.
Ooh, I've got an 8. That's pretty big.
Ooh, you could still
I'm
pull
going to
off
match
the
it where
win.
you put your 8.
7. I'm going to put that in my tens place.
I've got a 5, so I'm going to put it in my 1s place.
My last card is a 7
You
in
got
the
a,
tens place.
you got a big number. Hoping for a big one here. Oh, a 4. The only spot I have left open is here, so it has to go there because I can't move them again. So now that we've got our cards in place, we need to add them up and get our sum to see who has the largest number.
And Mr. Bruss is good at writing numbers upside down. I'm not so good, so I'm going to come around to the side.
I'm going to always start in my 1s column, so 5 plus 0 in this case is 5. 6 plus 6 is 12, and I know I can't put 2 digits down here, so my 2 goes there, and my 1 gets carried up. 8 plus 4, 12 plus 1 is 13. Nowhere to carry that 1, so it can stay down there.
1, remember the 10 is 0, so 1 plus 0 is 1. 7 and 7, a nice doubles fact, is 14. Again, I'm not going to write down 2 digits yet because I still have more columns, so I'm going to write down the 4. Carry the 1. I like making 10s, so 1 and 9 makes a 10. 10 and 8 is 18. I can write down the 2 digits because there's no more numbers here to carry it to. So I will write down my number that is 18.
Now, to be the winner, we have to be able to say our number correctly. Now, I do have what I think is a smaller number, so I'm going to say my number first. I've got 1,325.
I have 1,841.
So, Mrs. Kindorf, you win this game.
This game.
But we could play again if we want.
Sure.
But instead of actually playing again, let's show you how we can make this into a little bit harder game. You could do this with addition. You could add more place values if you want, if you really want to challenge yourself. I would suggest to stay away from subtraction because it gets a little complicated. Because we remember we have to have that larger number on top for subtraction. So we try and say to addition, or we can challenge ourselves and go to multiplication. So I'll show you how we would play this with multiplication now. We're gonna start out just by doing a 2-digit by a 1-digit multiplication problem. So I'm gonna do 2 boxes on top and 1 box on the bottom. And that will be my board for my multiplication game. Otherwise, it goes the same way as the addition. We'll take turns drawing cards and placing our cards in the open spaces.
8. I'm going to put that in the tens place.
Good choice. I've got a 7. I'm going to put it down here in my ones place.
Looking for another big number. 0, not a big number. Or 10, which is a 0. I'm going to put that in my ones place on the top number.
I've got a 5, so I'm going to keep that over here in my ones column as well.
Big number. 6.
That's pretty big. All right, my last one is an 8. Ooh, I like that. So I have that one in my last space. Now, to solve this for the multiplication, we have lots of different strategies. Use the strategy that works the best for you. I'm going to use the traditional or the 7 method, where I start down here and I multiply across. Ms. Gindorf, I believe, was going to use,
Partial products.
there we go.
So first I can focus on the 6 times 0, which is 0. Then I can focus on 6 times, not 8, but it's 80. And that would be 480. Add those two products up, 480. Apparently I'm not very good at writing correct ways either. Now, that seems silly. This was a bad number here to give you for an example for partial products, but with the 0 there. So probably most of us wouldn't do that with the 0 in that number, but it gives you an idea if your kids talk about partial products, that's what they're talking about.
All right, guys, so I'm going to multiply mine here. So going straight up, 7 times 5 would be 35. So I'll put the 5 here, and I'll carry my 3. We're going to add that. So I did 7 times 5, now across. 7 times 8, that's 56. Plus 3 is 59. So I'm going to carry that down here. Put the 9, nowhere to carry the 5 to, so I can put it down here. I've got 595 for my answer.
Bigger than my number.
Bigger than yours, so I win this round. Now we could play again, or we could make this more challenging by adding more place values in. Totally up to you. But that's our game today, so I hope you guys have fun with it.
Thanks.